Hi, everybody. It's Caron. How are you guys doing? I am going to be playing around here, pardon the mess in the back, but this is my craft room. My craft room is all about stamping on this side, and over here it's all about my beadwork. So papers are in here. It's just everywhere right now. Yes, I'm hoping this is just like a regular old hangout. And my name is Caron again. Matter of fact, let me do this so that you guys can make sure that you are in the right place. This is Caron at Sweet Signatures Stampin' Creations. I am a little bit early, so I just didn't want to, I wanted to get in and make sure that everything was set up and that we were just ready to go. And then I wanted to see about moving the camera so that you guys are not just looking at me. So you should be able to see what I'm doing here as well. So that should be fine. Awesome. And there we go. Who's viewing me? Let me see who's here. Who's joining me? If you're not familiar with Google Hangouts, guys, you should be able to turn your cameras on and your microphones on. I'm going to ask that when you do turn your microphones on, that you mute them if you're not speaking. I'll probably do the same just because my dogs will start barking like ridiculously. But again, whatever noises or whatever you don't want in your background. If you do turn your video on, please remember that just like me, we will see whatever you have that's in the background. If you stamp in the nude, we will see all of that. So please don't do that. We don't want to get censored or anything. So definitely it is what it is, and come join me and we'll have some fun. Again, you are joining me, Caron, with my Signatures Paper Pumpkin Fun Day. I originally set this event up for Paper Pumpkin subscribers, Stampin' Up! Paper Pumpkin subscribers. But you don't have to subscribe to, and so what I eventually ended up and decided to do was, you know, I love stamping with my friends. I love stamping with new people and getting creative. There they go. You hear them already? So as with any event that I have, I start out with my smorgasbord. So I made myself a treat so I don't have to get up. So here's my treat. I am doing grapes, some Nuttons crackers, some Gouda cheese, and some caliente sausage. I have my trusty old iced tea, and I am ready to rock and roll it if you guys are. So it is 2:02 p.m. I will be on air until I'll be on air for at least an hour, hour and a half. If you see me going back and forth, it's to see who's posting or have questions for me. But mostly this is just for us to get together and get creative, do what we have to do. I know stamping time and crafting time is a premium for me. I don't quite often get to do it because I'm working. Hey, Rebecca! I can't see you. How come I can't see you? Share your video with me so we can stamp and play together. Anyway, so here we go. I am going to get started and rocking and rolling. So for me this month, my first goal is to work on my April paper pumpkin. If you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, normally our Paper Pumpkin box is not black. April was a special month. Our CEO, Sarah Douglas, specifically designed this kit, and I'm excited to get to it. Let me show you what's in it, and then that's about the only selling that I'll do while I'm here. So there's 3 card designs that's coming in the kit, and I'm going to follow the instructions almost exactly as close as I can. But there are alternatives that you can do with not just this kit, any of the Paper Pumpkin kits. You can do your own thing, of course. But the beauty of Paper Pumpkin is that you don't have to do your own thing. Everything is well thought out for you, and you can do it right here. So in this April subscription kit, we got a gift of some watercolor pencils. So these cards this month will be all about watercoloring. Here they are. And these seem to be in the new in colors, I think. Anyway, I'm going to have fun playing with this set. And I hope you guys will have a great day. Please talk to me so I'm not just talking to myself, which I tend to do anyway. But talk to me so that we can enjoy each other's company. I'm thinking, let me see here. Okay, so I also turned my chat on, so if you want to chat, you can do that as well. Hi, Rebecca. I'm typing to you. Hopefully you can see me. Okay, so I'm going to get ready and get started. I won't need my envelopes right now, so I'm going to put those aside. And I won't need my card bases right now, so I'm going to put that aside also. So the first thing we're going to work on here is this. I just love Paper Pumpkin, you guys. It comes with everything. I mean, I have glue dots, I have dimensionals. It just comes with everything, so I really don't have to go anywhere. Huh, I love that. Anyway, let's get rocking and rolling. All right, so let's see, what's our first card? Card 1 and card 2. Have you guys worked on any, Rebecca, have you worked on anything this week? Any card projects? I'd love to see, but you got to share your video with me so I can see. All right, where's this card at? I can't see. It helps if I could see, but I'm blind as a bat. There we go. That's one. And here we go. So first thing we're supposed to do is lay down some color with the markers. Now, my colors are not going to be like everybody else's just because I really don't like to do what everybody else does. So I had a fun day of stamping yesterday with my girlfriend, Chrissy. Yeah, Chrissy is a Fun Stampers Journey demonstrator. And she had, I think it was her first of her classes in home. And she did a great job. She certainly did. And I'll show you her cards, the cards that I made yesterday at Chrissy's. I really like them. I do love Stampin' Up, y'all. Don't ever get that twisted. But I support my friends in everything that they do, just like they support me. And that's pretty much what this is all about. Supporting our friends when our friends are involved in things. So I'm not seeing any responses right now or any questions or anything. So maybe everybody's diligently working. I don't know. So So I laid down a base of some color, and now I'm gonna do a little coloring. Even the brush came in the set, y'all. Trying to see if Rebecca's messaged me. Oh, I'm glad you can see me then. Okay. Okay, so with the watercolor, you just lay down your base, right? And I have a piece of, what do you call this thing? I have a piece of wax paper down on my workstation because I don't know where my craft mat is. And so I'm just spreading my color around right now. I mixed the berry burst and the fig together. At least I think that's what that is. I didn't do too much separating of the colors. I think I want it a little bit darker, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. Rebecca, do you have the chat? Okay, I'm gonna let that do that. So with the watercolor pencils, this is kind of what I did, but I'm going to add a little bit more color just because I want it to pop a little bit more. And that's just me. You can do whatever you want with your own style, your own tastes, and get that done. So we're supposed to do all of that with all of the pieces that are in that set. So there's 3 hearts, 4 hearts with the resist. I gotta do some blue just because I like blue. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for, oh my gosh, I think June will be 3 years. Can't believe it's 3 years already. I love being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I love Stampin' Up! Products. But I am really new to stamping. I became a stamper, or I learned about stamping really and truly from my sister. My sister absolutely loved scrapbooking. I think she still does. Maybe not as much, but I know she did love her scrapbooking. And I am a beader. I make jewelry. And that was my craft passion. And she wasn't so much a beader. So in order for us to come upon a hobby, because my sister and I love each other and we try to spend as much time together as we can. So someone else just joined us. Who just joined me? Please turn your camera on and chat with me. And so we spend a lot of time together, my sister and I. And so we wanted to find a crafty thing that we could do together. And somehow or the other, scrapbooking is not my thing, y'all, but card making and stamping is. I know not too many people differentiate between it, but there is a lot of difference if you ask me. And so I started at her house with scrapbooking. Now, let me tell you, I found out really quickly that I just did not have the patience for scrapbooking. And I think that's the entire thing, is I just did not have the patience for scrapbooking. I don't understand personally, again, this is just personal, how you can spend hours putting something together and not be finished with anything. That just does not compute for me. So for the task manager that I am, having something that I can see at the end of a period of time was very important to me. Make sense what I just said? Yeah, okay. So that's what that was about. But anyway, started with that, and I found that I love stamping. I love stamping. I just didn't like the card making process. The scrapbooking process, not the card making. And so with that, I mean, I took off like a bat out of heck. Just going and going. And then I discovered Stampin' Up. I'm not sure, one of my friends on Facebook, I think her Dana Fryer, Dana. And so this is my second one. And she was, I mean, Dana is just a crafty person. I met her in beading. And she is just plain old crafty. I don't know of a craft that Dana does not do, or she does not like, or she can't do, I should say. Probably more appropriate to say can't do. But I don't know that there's anyone that she can't do. So I'm going back in and I'm laying down just a little bit more color just because that's just how I like it. And I tend to do more assembly line when I'm doing paper pumpkin or anything of that nature, just because to get it all done at once is probably the best thing to do. There you go. Rebecca, let me know. I guess I'm going to have to switch between this and Facebook just to see if you're talking to me. Okay. I think I'm going to go yellows and reds the next time. I'm just going to kind of go diagonal here. What's your favorite, do you have a favorite song or a station, radio station that you listen to when you're crafting, Rebecca? I'm a Pandora girl. And with Pandora, I listen to, I do Pink Radio, or I do, who else do? I do Pink. I love me some Adele radio. I think Adele is just awesome. She's just an awesome, awesome, awesome musician. She has got some awesome, incredible pipes. Oh my God, that girl can sing. Miss Adele can sing some songs. Rebecca, are you going to make the May Father's Day shoebox party? I can't remember if you're going to come or not. Somebody's talking to me. Hi, Anna. Are you on? Okay. Anna says she'll join us later. It's my second one or third one. I think there's one more. So I am going to, I think I want to use all colors in this one. So I'm going to use all the colors of the watercolor pencils. I know I'm not even following what they're doing, but that's okay. That is the one thing about card making. Even though you have a tutorial or something that you may be following, you can just make it your own. You change up some colors, you do this, that, or the other, and you make it your own thing. And I love to make my own thing. Here we go. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. I may not even add water to it. I may or may not. I'm not sure yet. Gotta have some grapes while I'm doing. Yeah, I think I am gonna add water. This isn't your first Google Hangout, is it, Rebecca? I know it's your first with me. Yeah, Chrissy and Anna and I and some of Chrissy's friends in New York, we used to do Google Hangouts. I should do Hangouts all the time, actually. Someone else just joined me. Who just joined us? If you are and you have your webcam on, please, you can turn your webcam on and your microphone and join me so that I'm not talking to myself. I know Rebecca's there. She does not have a webcam. I get it. Look at that. So I have 4 of those done. Switching over here. Let me see. I'm so glad. I know you're there, Rebecca, so join if you ever can, just let me know and we'll talk. It's just so I wanted to be able to see your work, which is okay. Things happen. And I'm going to color these. What are you working on, Rebecca? Anything in particular? I'm going back and forth between Google Hangout and it's not showing me who else is in the call. But if you are, please pop in and say, introduce yourself. So Rebecca's on the line. Obviously, I'm on the line. And someone else. Anna's going to join us in a little bit, but she has some mommy things to do. Oops. And then lastly is this one. Does anybody use Google Hangouts before? That's on. I'm playing with watercolors today. This card is not going to look anything like Sarah Douglas designed it to be, but it's my card and I love it just the way it is, which is all that matters. Rebecca, I know you just became a paper Stampin' Up demo. Are you enjoying your experience so far? You want me to just shut up and let you work? See, I think all I did was do that. I'll do it on the next one. If you have the paper pumpkin kit, you'll notice that I kind of did not do what they did. I'm going to try it on the second one and be a little bit more careful. I kind of just did my little scribble and back and forth. I can't wait to see what you're doing on your paper pumpkin. I know that last time, last week my upline did, or rather on Friday, she did a what we call a stamp along, which I'm doing on the 11th, by the way. Please make sure you join me. That will not be a live event. But anyway, she did a mystery stamp along. And all she did was read instructions, the same instructions. And once everybody finished their cards, I mean, everybody's card was so different period. And then when it was time, when she showed us what she was going from, everybody's was so different from that. And the beauty of the stamp along was just that. Not everybody was doing the same stamp sets, so definitely wouldn't have the same effect there. And not everybody was using the same stamp sentiments. So it was just different to see how everyone interpreted the same set of written instructions. And it was just awesome. It was really just an awesome process. Okay. And then this is the last. Yeah. If I'm talking too much, y'all let me know, okay? I'm going to shut up now. My friend Chrissy yesterday was telling me, you know, when Coron's getting serious and she's concentrating, she stops talking. So yes, I was starting to concentrate just a little bit. Let that dry off there. Now take some of this off. This water. Okay, it does look a little bit different when you actually take your time and not scribble like I just did the first time I did it. Everybody got a busy week planned? I think I have a couple of meetings this week, big meetings at work that I have to take care of. But other than that, I should have a fairly quiet week. I've still got a little bit of, what do you call it? I don't even know what to call it, but it traveled a little bit. That's okay. That is the beauty of making homemade cards. It's personal and it's handmade, so it's whatever your artistic eye sees and interprets. So here's the second. Kind of looks a little different than this, eh? Just a little bit. We have a little munchie. Yes, I am munching away. My little snack was Gouda, some Gouda cheese, some, pardon my babies. I think that's good. So we are going to add a little bit of washi. And yes, all of that came in the kit, if I can remember where I just put it all. Here it is. Oh, these are awesome. Did you see the little flower thingies in here? These are cool. One thing I hate about washi tape, any kind of tape, period, is, you know, trying to find that end. Yeah, that one. That one. And so we just need to add a little bit of washi down to the end from corner to corner. And you know, if anybody knows anything at all about me, you know I cannot, straight lines and me just don't agree. I don't know how to, I've never ever known how to draw a straight line. Never ever known how to do that. I didn't do it here either. That's nothing new. So again, with the wonders and the magic of stamping is you just cut it off. Even if you overlap a little bit, you just cut it off. Be careful not to cut the cardstock though. And then just cut that little hanging piece right off. Well, I'm glad you guys could spend some of your Sunday with me. That's like my favorite thing to do on a, actually my weekends, period, not just any day in particular. I just don't, I don't have, I work about 10+ hour days and my craft time is on the weekend. So that's kind of when I sit and I do my stamping. So I hoard my weekends, unless I'm going to do a 31 or a pampered chef party or something of that nature. I spend my time in my craft room or loving on my dogs or something of that nature. All right. So here's my ink spot. I thought I had cut this off. Oops, I just made a mess. The beauty of being live. I would have done it anyway. My blocks. Now, these stamps are new, obviously, so I'm going to condition them a little bit. And I'm going to condition them with Versamark. Do y'all know how to do the conditioning on Versamark? So on this one, you the best. Okay. Hi, who just joined? Is that you again, Rebecca? Oh, I didn't do any. Dang, I just said I was going to do that, didn't I? But I'm getting good coverage with the ink, so that's fine. Now, before I do anything, I am going to stamp it just to make sure that it is, yeah. Yeah. I did need to condition it, so I'm going to do that with my Versamark. My dogs, they go nuts anytime anything is passing outside our door. So they are the best little watchdogs ever. I am using my Stampin' Up! Grid paper to help me to make sure that I line things up properly. Like I told you before earlier, I am so not the best at doing anything in a straight line. It just totally defeats me doing anything in a straight line. So my grid paper is just paramount to any kind of success that I would ever have in stamping. When I'm working at home, I'm usually, and except for seriously, except for my dog's barking, there's absolutely no sound except that and music going on in the background for me. I'm not saying stamping is not a lonely sport or craft. Most definitely, it's better when you craft, to me anyway, you craft with people, which is why I just love the idea of Google Hangouts, because, you know, part of what's so fascinating about Google Hangouts is that, you know, even though we can't physically be in the same space together, we are stamping together. And that's just awesome to me. I get to enjoy you guys and, you know, the best of all worlds, really. Yeah, these weren't conditioned right. Oh, I forgot the rest of my accessory pack. Where is the rest of the accessory pack? I know, I saw that one thing and I was just like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I didn't lay up. There it is. Oh, it's already sticky. Yay, yay, yay. So I'm going to lay these out on here so that they look like little leaves. Right? Then I'm going to put these little bubbies on there. Okay. Can I move this? Yeah, I kind of repositioned it a little bit just because when I put that guy on there, when I put the little flower in the middle, yeah, I took over some things. So yeah, that's much better. Much, much better. So the way you can do it, obviously, it's definitely interchangeable, and you can have some fun with this. Let me check back over on Facebook to see if anybody else is talking to me. Nope. But I'm having an awesome time. I'm stamping. Oops. I love these little glue dots that come in these paper pumpkin. Yeah, I love them. Of course, they're small, so sometimes feel, for a person that has such tiny hands, I feel sometimes like my hands are huge. Don't you? When it comes to these little tiny things, I mean, they just completely confound me. See, I need my bigger glue dots. It's on there, but for me, it's on there. I prefer my bigger ones just because I know it's there. But everything is provided in your kit, so there is no need for you to have any extra glue dots. It's just my preference. There we go. That's the first one. So I'm just gonna sit here and oh, I'm supposed to do some of these little dot things too, right? Yeah. And then I'm gonna wash my stamps. Can clean. Wasn't that funny? I think I kind of messed that one up. You know, that's the thing about stamping, is you can make something your own. So there is no such thing as a mess up. It's just creative license. And then you just know what to do for the next time, that's all. Or what not to do, as the case may be. If you didn't like what you did the first time, you just do it again. It's only paper. At least that's what they tell me. I like it. I don't know where my Stampin' Scrub is, but I do know where this guy is. Get my stamps cleaned off a little bit. I know. I'm a little OCD about things sometimes. Just a little bit. Not all the time, just sometimes. Get the stamp cleaned off. I remember when I first started stamping, oh my goodness, y'all. I have never ever thought of myself as a neat freak, and really and truly, I'm not a neat freak. But the first time I used stamps, and I went somewhere, I don't remember where I went, and the girls used my stamps, and the stamps, I don't think the stamps were brand new or anything, so that wasn't the problem. But with the use of the stamps were stained. And I tell you, I tried for hours and hours and days to try to get the stain off my stamps. Well, some inks just stain, period. And yeah, so I was just driving myself nuts. The OCD, and that's the one thing I've learned a lot in with stamping, is that really not to try to take myself too seriously or anything, because you know, stuff happens. Stuff happens. Stamps do stain. I think they're supposed to stain. I don't know if supposed to is the right word, but they do stain. All right. Do you have a signature thing that you do when you stamp? Do you know what I'm talking about? If you've seen or watched some of my cards before, when I stamp, there's something that I always do. Anybody know what that is? I try to incorporate it in just about, now some things it doesn't make sense depending on exactly what it is I'm stamping. So I may not exactly do that one thing, but if you go back and you look at any of my stamps, you'll see that one of the things that I almost always do, and I'll tell you, I'll give you a little cheat, I'll give you a little hint, is I am a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And we are the pearls. And so in just about every single card that I make, you will see pearls. And if not white pearls, you will see some sort of colored pearl. And if pearls doesn't necessarily make the you know, the whatever the image is that I'm going with, then you will see that I will do 5 gemstones, or 5 flowers, or 5 something, but there will always be an element of 5 in just about everything that I stamp. Did you notice that? That's what I do. I'm proud of my sorority. So I represent that whenever I can. As often as I can, whenever I can, I will always represent Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, because I believe in what we do. Make sure it's the shiny side. I believe in giving back to the community. You guys volunteer anywhere? Alrighty. So that's number 2. So now that these 2 are done, I'm going to adhere them to the card base. And card base number 1 is here. And these guys will adhere to the card base this way. That's so cute. Simple and cute. I love simple and cute. I'm using my fast fuse from Stampin' Up. Oops. Oops. Don't think it's supposed to do that. I think I'm supposed to lift. Yep. I'm making a mess here. And my note to myself is I probably should have put the adhere it to the card base long before I put the little flower doodad thingy on it, embellishment on it. So card number 1 is done. Ta-da! Well, I got to add the inside to the card. You know, like normally on darker card bases or card stocks that you use, when you use like a dark color, you should add an inner liner. I'm going to call it a liner, so that you, or if you sell your cards, your guests can add their own comments or sentiments, because obviously you can't write unless you're writing in like a chalk or a black or a white marker or something on the dark cardstock. Yeah, nobody will be able to see what you say. So here's card number 2. I'm going to add the white cardstock to the inside, and this is what it will be used for sentiments. Finish up your card. I'm going to learn this. Yep. You just line it up on the inside, and now your card will really be finished. There you go. Ta-da! Oh, I wanted to take a minute. I did talk to you about Chrissy's house yesterday. My friend Chrissy Smith. She's the Fun Stampers Journey demo. I normally shy away from slider cards because I don't like them. Not that I don't like them. They just have always seemed like too much work and fuss for me. But yesterday she did a slider card as one of her card classes. And I love this card. It's just so cute. Look. Slide, slide, slide. You can make it do all kind of things. Like it's going on the ocean, on the waves. But anyway, this is a slider card, and I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. And the sentiment is no joke either. It says, "Oh ship, forgot your birthday." So I need to forget somebody's birthday just so I can send this card to them. And then the other card she had 4 projects. I only got through 2. That's what happens when you talk too much. I only got through 2. And then this is the card that she did. Second card. Did you recognize it? And I put the glossy accents in here, so there's like texture to the card. Look at it. His glasses. Isn't that cool? She did a great job with her classes. I started the 3rd. She had a total of 4. I started the 3rd. I didn't quite finish, so I don't have it to show you. So there's that. Anyway, the next thing that we're supposed to do, I need to move on to the next one. And I think this is it. All right. I think so. Yeah, it's already stuck. There we go. And we're just going to stamp some ink spots all over this. What do I do with the ink spots? Let me tell you something about me and stamping. I feel sometimes like I'm the, what do you call it? The absent-minded professor sometimes. Yeah, because I'll forget where I put things all the time. And then, of course, when I turn around, it'll be like right under my hand or something, because that's where I put it. I know, isn't that crazy? Which side is the... Okay, so we got a stamp on that side. And because of this, everybody's card will look different. Just because everybody's perspective is different when they're doing this. So, and that's why I try to say there's no such thing as a mess up. You're not wrong. None of that stuff. It is just your artistic impression of something. I just put that on there. Yeah. And if you do follow Stampin' Up at all, you'll see that, and you're on Pinterest. I love Pinterest, by the way. You will see that some of the other designers, and not just the designers, Stampin' Up folks that subscribe, they have so many different alternatives to this particular card, meaning, or paper pumpkin. There's always different things that you can do, different ways you can do things. Without just doing the instructions. And that, again, like I said, is a beautiful thing about Stampin' Up or these paper pumpkins. You can stay true to form and do exactly what's in the kit, which I'm doing two of them exactly like the kit. The others I'm not going to do. So I'm pretty much just going to do these 3 or 4 cards from the kit, and then that'll be it for that. But so I need to clean all these later. I probably should have stamped all of the U's first and not taken them off. You see? That's what I tell you. Everything is different. Everybody stamps differently. You do it one way, I'll do it a different way. And yet still it's all going to be beautiful. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Looks much better and much different when you condition your stamp than not. Take it from me. So much. You ever do that little happy dance? I do that all the time. A little happy dance when it's something that I do works out the way I want it to. Yeah. I do a little happy dance. I do a little happy dance. Let's put you up here. There it is. It's so pretty. It's a birdie. Look at that. Yes. And then card base. I know. I did not assembly line this one. There was adhesive backing on it, but I chose not to take it off. I'm just gonna use some fast fuse and adhere the stamped image to the card. There we go. And then, which one do I want to go with? I think I want to go with this guy right here. I'm going to use him. I'm going to pop him up too. You know, we do have dimensionals for a reason. I'm going to pop it up. Well, guys, we've been on for about an hour. I'm glad that some of you could have joined me today for Paper Pumpkin Fun Day. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I'm probably going to stay on, or at least keep the channel open for a little bit longer. I'm going to put one on here. And pop in and see me when you can. I will be here for at least another hour. I know Anna, my friend, said she was going to try to pop on. So I'll be here at least until she does. Get this done. I brought a little trash bin up top so that I could discard some of the waste. Put that on there. See, again, I should have waited on that. I tell you, I just do things so I won't say it, but I do it backwards. So I'm going to put that up there. And I'm going to put this guy right here. Right here. And then I'm going to put one of these guys here. Like here. If you followed this link from my Facebook, please upload any of the projects that you worked on today. I would love to be able to see them. You can either upload it directly onto my Facebook page, or you can, the event that was created for the Paper Pumpkin, you can definitely upload there. So, here we go, we're gonna do that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Cool. I have got to go fix supper. I have decided that next week is salad week at work. Oh my gosh. Well, I quit drinking soda about 2 months ago. And I didn't like tea. But my friend Sharon Coleman got me into drinking tea on our trip to Louisiana for Stampin' Up! Convention. And I just started drinking tea. And now I can't stop drinking tea. I make my own, I brew my own tea. I'm like, go figure. I brew my own tea, and I'm enjoying tea. I never did before. So except for one cheat day that I had, when we went on stage, I just have not had soda. I have not had any kind of soda whatsoever. And I think that's what I'll do, is I'll kind of keep a cheat day here and there, just that way, for me anyway, I won't go through the whole rigmarole of, oh my God, I absolutely have to have X, Y, and Z. I think for me, I found that for me, when I deny myself things, that's when I have a lot of issues with binging. So there's that. Card is done. Number 3. Awesome. Let me have a snack of some Gouda and some Nuttins. Somebody just popped on. Sorry, I'm munching. So I'm going to do one more. Rebecca, are you still with me? I hope so. I have just figured out, actually not just figured out, I have my fold for the next card, the Father's Day themed. I have it figured out. I just don't have the how I'm going to lay it out done. So I know what I want to do in terms of card fold, but I have no idea how I want to lay out my card. Isn't that weird? I know. Okay. And then I know I need some washi on that. Get a little washi. In my soul. Get a little washi. Awesome, awesome. Because I decided not to separate this, I got to cut that off. Cool beans. So now I just need to do a little stamping, and then this one will be done. Who just joined me? There goes my dogs. One of my neighbors is walking by with their dogs. Yes. You would think they were defending me from I don't know what. But they think they do, and that's all that matters. I love my babies. Okay. I really could do this, couldn't I? Yeah, just kind of set them up already. You really would think that there's something going on with my dogs. See, that's why you check it, to make sure. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to leave this so much and do that one after, just because it just doesn't line up properly. Everything is supposed to have that awesome watercolor look. Those are my babies. Defenders of the universe. Yes, our universe. Awesome. I gotta make sure that the really shiny side is what's showing up. There's that. Done. And so the next thing is to get my black card base. I'm gonna adhere. I always do that. I always do that. Ask me why. I can't tell you, but I always do it. Yeah, I just always do it, and it's horrible. Yes, it's horrible, horrible, horrible. There's that. And then we are going to use, I think I'm going to use this one. No, I'm going to go with that one. And then this guy, we are going to adhere. Well, because of how I use adhesive, I won't ever make that mistake and like adhere with like my card base or my cardstock already down, just because I don't want to say I'm not neat about it, but and I'm not popping this one up this time. So the last one I did, I put dimensionals on there. This one I'm not going to do dimensionals. All right. And then I need a purple. And here we go. I know, I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking really hard. So there's my second. Now there's 3 different card designs in here. And I just did 2 of the 3 card designs today. And I kind of just really wanted to show you those. Love working with the watercolors. If you have not done watercolor pencils, definitely give that a try. It's a lot of fun. You can have such a different look with once you introduce coloring to your card projects. It's just different. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. And every so often, you know, as creative folks, part of that is growing and learning and adding different things to your craft. So that's number 2. So there you go. 2 of the 3 are done. Oh, yeah. And I just did 2 of each. I decided I would do that and then save the other 2 because I want to play around with something different, not necessarily what's on the in the instructions. All right. Yes, I am wiping my hands and my clothes. I know, isn't that horrible? And now everybody has an inside. Cool. And just like that, guys, in about an hour and a half, I have 4 cards done. If I wasn't talking so much, I'd probably have more than 4. But I have 4 cards done in an hour and a half. The beauty of paper pumpkin, and I don't have to think so much. That's the best part. I'm going to do one of the other design. Just so you can see it. And what that is, of course, I always end up doing my own thing sometimes. So first, the actual card calls for the blue and the yellow watercolor pencils. And all you do is you just kind of then you do a little bit of this. Yes, we have watercolor paper. We sell watercolor paper. It's Stampin' Up. And then we just add a little bit of water. And with watercoloring, the pressure that you add to your inks, to your watercolor medium, helps the intensity. That's kind of pretty much what you're going to get. And then you can always go back in if it's not light enough. Add a base, add some more, or intense enough, the color's not intense enough, then you can always go back in and add more. So I'm going to go back in. There you go. I want it to be a little bit more intense over there and up here. Not all the way, but just a little bit more intense. And then what do I do with this thing? Again, a lot of it is just your taste, your artistic license. Okay, I'm happy with this right now. I'll let it dry for a little bit, and then I'm going to get to stamping on that one. I think I'm going to go with the next one too. This one, I'm going to go with these two. Well, like I said, I asked to borrow you guys for about an hour, so I thank you guys for joining me. If you've just come on and you want to hang out for a little bit, please do. I'll be here for a little bit longer. I just want to finish this particular card and get this started. I just switched out the color scheme. Yeah, a little bit. We're done with that. Okay, so thanks again for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's paper pumpkin. Sorry you weren't talking to me and I was just talking to myself, but I hope what I was saying was of interest to you. Let me know if you enjoyed the paper pumpkin Google Hangout. If you do, then I will try to schedule one for next month. And that way, again, we can meet here every month and do our Paper Pumpkin Fun Day. Stay tuned for some of my other classes that I'm going to do, because I kind of seem to I like doing this medium, especially if you want to join me for Google Hangouts, where I can do little make and takes. We can do little projects via Google Hangout. So definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Visit me on my Facebook page, Sweet Signatures Stampin' Creations, or contact me through my Stampin' Up website at www.sweetsignatures.stampinup.net. And look for me. I'm always everywhere, especially either on my YouTube, on my blog, on my Facebook page, and just join me. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.